What's up, Tailgaters? My name is Tailgate Nate. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, we are less than 24 hours away from the start of the college football season. You guys know what time it is. It's time for me to predict every single game that's going to go down in week 0. This is the only week that I'm going to be previewing and predicting every single game because there are just going to be too many games for that to happen. I might do a conference championship week as well, but throughout the season, you'll probably see me preview and predict the bigger games, right? So before we get into that, though, hey, guys, I know I'm not a college football expert. I assure you I'm going to get some stuff wrong throughout the course of the season, but I try to provide the most accurate information possible. And if you like what you see from me, you find yourself coming back, or, hey, you are a new viewer, please hit that subscribe button down below. It does mean a lot to me. You can also leave a like, share the videos as well if you would like. Again, not necessary just like subscribing, but it shows support for the channel, helps push my content out to people who might otherwise not be able to see it. And you can also leave a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts on this video. Tell me your thoughts on the 5 matchups that you're going to see in week 0. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So again, there are 5 games in week 0. I'm going to be previewing, predicting every single one. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter video. Later down the line in weeks, it'll be longer, but we're going to go ahead and kick it right off here with arguably what I think is the biggest game of the week, and that is this game right here. So Nebraska and Illinois going to meet in Champaign for the first game of the 2021-2022 college football season. This, in my opinion, is going to be the best game of the week. It's going to be the most fun game to watch, and it also might have the biggest impact on the college football season. With what minimal impact it might have. Now, the Big Ten West is said to be a wide open division, and these two teams, in my opinion, have slim chances to win that division, but again, anything can happen. It's college football, right? All times you're going to see are going to be in Eastern Standard Time, so this game at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Fox. That's where you can find this game. Nebraska is that 7-point favorite with 54.5 being the over and under. Again, I look at a lot of different lines, a lot of different odds. I sort of compare them, average them out, and this is what spat out. I'm also going to give you guys some, not necessarily keys to the game, but what to watch for, right, in this game. I think you guys are going to see a lot of running plays. Nebraska breaking in Marquise Stepp. He says that he's really liked it. Nebraska's preferred it to the system over at USC. While you look at Illinois, they have guys like Chase Brown, Mike Epstein, and they can really run the football. More on that in a little bit. Which passing game is going to be more developed, or which passing game is more developed up to this point, guys? It's still a young season. I know we're still trying to get back into the whole swing of things, right? College football's back. But which passing game is going to be more developed right now? Ultimately, I think it's going to be Nebraska because, in my opinion, they have the better quarterback in Adrian Martinez to Brandon Peters at Illinois, and they have some really good wide receivers, Omar Manning, Xavier Betts, Samori Toure, other guys there as well, while Illinois, there's not really a guy that stands out. It's the running game that I think is going to drive this Illinois offense, but they were also able to force 5 turnovers over Nebraska last year. Nebraska can't let that happen. Brett Bielema coming in with the new coaching staff, of course, for the Illinois Fighting Illini. He's going to bring some new play schemes. He said he's going to run more of a spread-style offense, and all I could think was why. You have the players to run the football at Illinois. I think that's what you should be doing. It's what Illinois is good at right now. The defense is going to be switching looks as well. Overall, I see this game being very close. It could go back and forth. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see either of these teams up at half. But I think Nebraska's out here this season with something to prove. I think Nebraska is going to come out here. Again, I really do think they're trying to play for Scott Frost. So my final game prediction for this one, I do have the Nebraska Cornhuskers winning, and I have them winning 28-23. So again, a pretty tight game, but overall I do have Nebraska winning. Guys, this is the biggest game of the week in my opinion, without a doubt. It might not seem like it's going to have a lot of impact later. In fact, it probably won't have a lot of impact later, but 2 Power 5 teams playing at it. This is going to be a fantastic game to watch. Again, Nebraska wins 28-23, my opinion. All right, Fresno State and Yukon. So Fresno State, big favorites over the Yukon Huskies, and it's the Huskies' first game as an independent. It's also their first game in almost 2 years. This game is going to be 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the CBS Sports Network. Fresno State favored by 27.5, with the over and under being 63. So again, it's the Huskies' first game in almost 2 years, but they are returning their starting running back from 2019 and Mensa, and I think that's going to be something to watch. The running back battle, Mensa versus Rivers. So I just talked about Mensa was the leading rusher in 2019, was pretty good for this Yukon team. And then when you look at Rivers over there for Fresno State, really kind of emerged onto the scene as a really good offensive player last year. And, well, wasn't really expected. So we'll see how the expectations perform for him this year. I would probably say he's still going to be pretty good this year. The passing attack is something that these two teams definitely have to work on a little bit. But overall, I see no reason why Fresno State doesn't win this game. You see there the turnover battle as well. Excuse me. That's going to be huge. Fresno State likes to force turnovers, and Yukon, a team that can have trouble taking care of the football as of late. Again, I'm not super high on any of these teams, but Fresno State is that big favorite for a reason. I do think Yukon is going to keep it not necessarily close, but I think they're going to be able to beat the spread here. All in all, though, I do have Fresno State winning 38-17. That is my final score prediction. So according to me, if you're a betting person, Fresno State doesn't cover and pick the under. But Fresno State, I don't think it'll be as big of a pushover. Some people are thinking, well, the Yukon Huskies, but still think Fresno State. The Bulldogs come out, take care of business, get this one done. All right, Hawaii traveling to Pasadena, and I think they're going to give UCLA an early test as that LSU game for UCLA looms large. This game is at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time on ESPN. It's like the marquee game. ESPN's marketing it. Well, not marketing it super heavily, but again, is that ESPN game. UCLA is 17.5-point favorite with that over and under being 68.5. A couple things you got to watch here. Both quarterbacks do dual threat ability. Of course, we know about Dorian Thompson-Robinson at UCLA, and the guy that I kind of overlooked when I was predicting Nevada this year and some other teams that are playing Hawaii as well, including UCLA, was the Hawaii quarterback. His name is Chavon Cordero. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. But Chavon Cordero, really good dual threat ability, can throw the football, can run the football. He's a very good dual threat option there for Hawaii, who also could be one of the best coverage defenders in the entire nation in quarterback Cortez Davis, which is why you see Hawaii's secondary on here. The secondary, I think, is going to give UCLA trouble in the pass game if Thompson Robinson decides to chuck a couple balls downfield. But the Bruins in this game have to find their new do-it-all playmaker, and that was Demetric Felton. So with Felton gone, who's it going to be? Will it be Zach Charbonnet, the transfer over from Michigan? Will it be Britton Brooks? Will it be a wide receiver? Who knows for this UCLA team, right? But getting a guy like Demetric Felton, or at least finding someone to fit into his role, is going to be very important for this UCLA offense. All in all, I do think Hawaii gives UCLA a pretty good test. I think Hawaii will hang around in this game, can keep this one close at points, but I think UCLA has come too far. They've made too big of steps in past years, and I think UCLA wins this game 38-24. So again, not beating the spread. I'm picking the under in this game as well, but I just think UCLA has made too many improvements in years past to let this one slip away. Again, Hawaii is going to keep this one close early, but I do think UCLA's defense pulls together some big stops, and the Bruins end up taking care of business in this one. The Battle of I-10 returns as UTEP and New Mexico State are renewing their rivalry. That's a hard word to say, guys. Get used to saying it. It's college football season. They're going to renew their rivalry as it took a year off last year. This game is going to be at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, so a huge break between the Hawaii game. And you can find this one on Flow TV. So any of you guys out there that are subscribed to Flow TV, it's like a football service where you can watch some lower level than FBS teams play. But of course, this game is going to be on there. You have to pay for a subscription. So I definitely can't be watching this one, but I will definitely watch highlights of it, and I'll keep updated with this one as well. As I am fairly interested in this game. Again, it's the Aggies' first game in almost 2 years. And, well, that's also kind of not true. So New Mexico State played earlier this spring against some FCS teams that, again, this needed a filler game. They're like, hey, are you guys good to go? And they're like, yeah, sure. They got absolutely blown out by Tarleton State, but then came back and beat Dixie State. So kind of a weird thing there for New Mexico State. How do you really feel about this team? Again, New Mexico State never usually one of the better programs in FBS, and they have a lot of improving to do, specifically on the defensive end. Their offense has some good weapons there for, of course, New Mexico State standards, but that defense struggled against FCS teams, and in 2019, they also struggled a lot. Now, UTEP is coming off a fairly decent season last year for UTEP standards. And what I think you guys got to watch is that receiving core for UTEP, specifically guys by the name of Jacob Cohen and Justin Garrett. They are some really good wide receivers out there for the Miners. And ultimately, I think that's going to be the difference in this game. I don't like New Mexico State's defense. I think it's going to be shaky yet again. And UTEP's offense, especially the passing attack, is going to get going here in this game. By the way, UTEP is that 10-point favorite. Over and under is 59.5. I have UTEP barely beating the spread, and I'm going to predict them to win this game 31-20 over New Mexico State. So this is going to snap a 3-game losing streak to the Aggies in the Battle of I-10. And the last game we're going to be seeing this weekend, San Jose State. What a season they had last year. Well, they're going to look to continue 2020 success as they open with Southern Utah. This game is at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CBS Sports Network. Hopefully you guys can stay up to watch this one. I know I am, because I want to watch San Jose State. I don't think I watched them enough last year. 24-point favorite in this one. 56.5 is the over and under. Nick Starkel is going to be looking for some new weapons, though. They do have some wide receivers that are gone. Bailey Gaither and Trey Walker. Both of those guys were the 2 leading receivers last year, and they are gone. So Starkel is going to be looking for some new weapons, but it's still a really good quarterback. This is going to be an interesting thing to watch. I think the Thunderbirds passing versus the Spartans defense is going to be interesting to watch because Southern Utah has a fairly decent passing attack, but that San Jose State defense was phenomenal last year. It really was phenomenal, and a lot of their top playmakers are coming back. The question that's going to be answered in this one is, was 2020 a fluke? And I feel like people are already saying yes, already saying no. I think San Jose State's going to be really good this year. I don't see them having a problem with Southern Utah. I think they absolutely can eclipse the 40-point mark, but I think it's going to take a game or two for Starkel to really find those new options that he likes. Again, doing it in practice and getting in gaming and doing it are 2 very different things. I still have San Jose State winning this one 38-10. I think Southern Utah will get a touchdown up on the board. I think their quarterback is just too good. He was top 20 in a lot of categories in the FCS. Well, when you look at San Jose State, look, what's not to like? Nick Starkel, the defense is outstanding. If Nick Starkel can find those new options early in the season, San Jose State can be very dangerous in 2021. I have San Jose State beating Southern Utah. So guys, again, that's it, right? 5 games, that's it. It's going to be a short week, but college football is back. Again, a little taste of the season coming this week. I want a little bit more in depth on these games than I will in other weeks. I'll try to keep it a little bit shorter other weeks because otherwise it'd be like a 30-minute video if I want to preview like the 10 biggest games or something. But that's going to do it for this video. My week 0 predictions are done. College football's back. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Let me know in the comment section down below. Predict these games down there as well. Leave a like, subscribe, share the videos. Remember to play hard, but tailgate harder. I'll see all of you guys when we review these games after the weekend is over. Goodbye.